Hello everyone and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have on the left ThroneRunner playing Greyjoy Lord of the Crossing against Norm on the right playing Baratheon Fealty in our Game of Thrones the Card Game 2nd Edition Store Championship from X Planet Games in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. And we're in round 2, featured match here. And it looks like ThroneRunner got set up with Balon Greyjoy, a Lordsport Shipwright, an Iron Fleet Scout, and a Rose Road. And Norm on the Baratheon side there. Looks like he has Moonboy, Selyse Baratheon, and a Fiery Followers. And no locations. So we have the players deciding on the plots now based on what they drew back up into after setup.
If I don't put them out on the table now, they'll just sit and occupy space in my hand the rest of the game.
And here we go, we're flipping plots. So we got a Noble Cause flipped on the Baratheon side into a Noble Cause flipped on the Greyjoy side.
Sorry.
So
All good.
just finding out who's choosing first player here.
I will be first.
So it sounds like Norm took first player. So it was his choice. I guess he won that little find the hidden token game there. I always like to see all the different ways players decide who gets to decide first player, win initiative, basically, when the plots are tied like that. So we got Robert Baratheon marshaled in with a bodyguard. Basically, that's how all the gold will be spent there, using fealty to reduce. So we had that one spare after the Lord and Lady reduction off Noble Cause. Not a bad marshal to see Bob hit the board with some protection, that's for sure. And we're over to Greyjoy marshalling in a Rose Road. So economy already swinging in Shamar's favor there. But he has to be worried now that Robert Baratheon does get to go first. At least he doesn't have a Lightbringer on him yet, but knowing he is going first with that Intimidate keyword is always dangerous. And we have a Iron Islands Fishmonger played. And looks like he's kneeling it to reduce and spending, it looks like 4 more gold. And we got Euron coming out with the reduction off Noble Cause. So both 7 costers are in play first round. This should be interesting. And Balon being on the other side though, that can change things. But he doesn't have his stealth yet. And Robert is a good counter to him since Robert's strength does get raised by all other kneeling characters. So his strength starts to skyrocket above Balon pretty fast. But we do have an Iron Fleet Scout on the other side, but it's only giving +1 this turn due to the Greyjoy player going second. And it looks like we have a Sea Stone Chair played. And it looks like Norm just wants to read it to be sure. So Robert is protected. He's probably reading it just to make sure the attachments clause is read there. And that's something I've caught Greyjoy players trying to target kill. I've seen it happen in my games. They try to do it, and I've seen it in other games. Where they try to kill a character with an attachment on them, and that is no good. So that bodyguard is doing more for Robert than just possibly saving him after the fact. It's also protecting him from that target kill. So a Risen from the Sea taken after an intrigue challenge with Selyse Baratheon. Or is it Shireen Baratheon? I forget. I'm bad with those two. I get those names mixed up all the time, as you guys probably know by now.
Do the military anyways.
And how much will ThroneRunner actually kneel down here, knowing he does have Lord of the Crossing, so he's going to want to get that third challenge off. And with only 3 characters standing right now, you might be able to sneak some in that that would go unopposed, but you don't exactly want to give Greyjoy unopposed challenges or have Euron stealing locations.
Power.
But we do have a power here with Moonboy and Robert Baratheon. Robert should be at 8 strength, if I've counted that right, due to the other 3 kneeling characters. Plus Moonboy's 2, that should be 10. And yes, it is Selyse Baratheon, so I think I've been getting that right so far. Shireen's the little one that kneels.
6.
Four. Still you got to use it.
So we have ThroneRunner deciding what to do here. He's not sure. He's got to think about what's in his hand. He's got that Iron Fleet Scout on the board. Does he want to play defensively right now? He has no power to steal. So, I mean, if he lets it go unopposed, he'll gain normal gain of power, plus 1 on top of Robert for renown. Moonboy will let him draw a card, though. So he does gain quite a bit from this power challenge. And there is Intimidate involved for 10 strength if it goes unopposed. So he would kneel either Balon or Euron. So I see why he did it here. He definitely put on the pressure for that Intimidate keyword.
Make sure I rock with this. He'll go to it, or that'll be 11.
Yeah, so here's where the trouble gets with the mathing it out, right? Because every other character you kneel, it adds another 1 strength to Rob, so it just increases his strength. Make sure he wins that challenge, and just gotta make sure you're out of range so he doesn't kneel another one of your important characters you need on your offense.
Reaction 20. For now.
So he blocks his Euron, buffs the strength. Rob gets power for renown, and we got an insight draw.
Reaction 20. Intimidate.
So he intimidated the Lord's Board Shipwright, which is the only target he could do there. I think Balon was at a range.
Military.
And we got a military challenge with the Fiery Followers.
Unopposed.
And no defenders on that one. And it kills a Fishmonger.
Pass.
And we have Baratheon at 3 power. Greyjoy 0, but Greyjoy is not gone yet for the offense. So here we go. He's got Balon standing. And Norm a little brave here, since he knows Robert has the attachment on him. He doesn't have to worry about the unopposed killing anyone that important. But the Fiery Followers are chosen to be killed. They would stand in dominance, so this stops any dominance shenanigans. So dominance is tied. Neither player takes it. And we have a power on the house card for the unopposed military, and 1 on Balon for renown. So 3-2 in favor of Baratheon right now. And looks like a King's Hunting Party was discarded for reserve on the Baratheon side. Oh, and a Maester Crescent. So it looks like he had to get rid of 2 cards.
Hold on. Oh, plot.
Which would make sense if he only played 2 for marshalling and then drew 1 for insight. I think he would have been sitting at 8 cards, which 6 is, I believe, is a reserve on Noble Cause.
Ready? Filthy.
So Filthy Accusations play on the Baratheon side against a Confiscation play on the Greyjoy side, which will get rid of that bodyguard.
Choose who is first.
That's just +2.
And it looks like ThroneRunner's deciding who goes first here, since he won initiative 5-4.
And
And he's letting Norm go first, which I don't know if that was a smart play. But without that bodyguard, and if things go the same way as they did last turn, he could get a target kill on Rob, which I was probably hoping for. But Balon is knelt out by the filthy accusations. Now Norm definitely needs to get another military icon on the table. If ThroneRunner does see any stealth on the Greyjoy side, Marshall this turn, and he can stealth out Bob, he could get an unopposed military and use that sea stone chair to target kill Bob. And it looks like he is passing. Now, either he's sitting on In the Name of the King, the event, I believe, for one resource. Can negate a military challenge. I have a feeling that might be in hand. I'm not sure what else he would save that gold for. Maybe a Ours is the Fury, which can bypass stealth. So we have a dupe on Euron, a little bird on Balon. And we have a Black Wind's Crew, which is a 3-for-3 army with pillage. Definitely helps the Euron out there. Get some more cards in the discard pile. Give you some more choices.
Consolidation of power.
So we have a Consolidation of Power played in Marshalling, which is going to kneel the two characters on the end there, the Shipwright and the Blackwind's Crew, and he chooses to give a power to the Lord Sport Shipwright.
Alright.
So ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie game now. So yeah, I was right. I was right with Baratheon there, holding back the gold for events, but Consolidation of Power, that's not one I was thinking of. But it does make sense. Just leaves Euron standing, so no stealth hit the board like I was worried about. So Robert should be able to block the unopposed on military. And we got an intrigue with Selyse for 2 strength. Unless we block with Euron here. Looks like it might be unopposed, getting one of the final 2 cards there in ThroneRunner's hands. It's really tough using Lord of the Crossing against a kneel deck when you need every icon standing you can to try to get your 3 challenges off to reach that bonus of the agenda. And when they're kneeling out 1 or 2 characters, or 3 in this case, it really hurts. The downside of the agenda really hits you. So looks like Euron blocks, gets a renown. And we got a pillage of another Maester Crescent off the top of the deck. No locations in that discard pile yet, so Euron will steal nothing at this point. And it looks because Euron knelt, now Rob is able to attack where he normally would have been saved to try to block that Sea Stone chair from the unopposed military. Now he can be a little more offensive, which I'm not sure that was the right play, but I do not know what was in ThroneRunner's hand that he was trying to protect. But keeping a card and gaining a renown is not a bad thing. But we have another power challenge, just like last round here with Rob and Moonboy.
Reaction to winning. Insight.
And we got some insight. But he did keywords last there. Not sure why he did that. Yeah, that was backwards there. He shouldn't have been able to draw for the insight because we don't know if he just drew that Support of the People, which he would not be able to trigger right now. It does go reactions, then unopposed, then claim, then keywords. So getting that insight first is a big mess up that both players should have caught there. That definitely can lead to some shenanigans. So Norm may have just cheated a red keep into play there. We don't know. You never know when that happens. It's tough when the player grabs the insights fast. I've been in that situation. It's, you know, unless you catch it right away, even then he's already seen it. And well, he definitely had 2 then. He did not draw another.
Challenge. That's right.
But he tried another support of the people and was caught. I believe it is a limit once per challenge. But ThroneRunner caught that there and told him not to do it.
No. 1, 4. Is that
Oh. Oh, I didn't see that.
3 gold remaining. Well, so then I'll pass.
Okay.
Do you have any challenge actions or challenges?
So he grabbed the claim and then he did the other keyword for renown at the end there. And he took dominance. But now he's drawing his 2 cards, which should have been done at the end of the phase, guys. And then dominance. So that is the end of the challenge phase reaction there, I believe. So just for you guys watching there, just make sure you and your opponents grab your red keep cards before you go into dominance.
And I need to discard 2 my reserve.
And Norm is at reserve, as he just said there, so he does have to discard down before we go around to the next plots. And yes, support of the people is max once per challenge. I just looked it up there. So he gets rid of another support of the people, a bastard in hiding, and it looks like a Sir Davos Seaworth. So he's probably holding a second Sir Davos in hand.
There's a reason why you went to block. Do what you're gonna do. Because even if I block, it's still gonna.
Filthy.
And we got a second Filthy Accusations played on the Baratheon side into summons.
Oh, we're gonna do 2 first.
Oh, rather.
And I'm not sure who took first player there. But as we saw, Balon is knelt by Filthy Accusations. And Asha is grabbed by the summons. And ThroneRunner does have the gold to play here, having 2 Rose Roads and 4 off his plot, and so he'll have a gold to spare. That's not counting any King's Roads he may have in hand, or Sea Towers for that matter.
Got 2.
But the advantage of it, it's kind of weird about it. Here's what the massive advantage of
So let's see who's going first here. It was Norm's decision, and he's collecting gold, so most likely he chose himself. Things have been working good for him going first so far. Now, if ThroneRunner can see a seal of the hand, that would help him a ton, putting that on Balon, or even Euron for that matter. We definitely need to slow this kneel down, because that 1 kneel a turn, and he hasn't even seen Melisandre yet, has been pretty painful.
Correct.
So Norm put out a Dragonstone Port. Still sitting on 4 gold. I'm not sure if he's playing anything. Or maybe he's just assessing the board here and deciding what to do. Really thinking it through. And ThroneRunner moving his locations down, looking like he's going to slap another character on the board there, making some room. Which probably is Asha.
Good, please. Oh, okay.
Okay, so the Lordsport shipwright has been used to kneel the Dragonstone port. Maybe that was what they were waiting on. Whether he wanted to, whether ThroneRunner wanted to kneel it or not. Maybe that's what we were deciding on the action window there, based on how much gold Norm had left. I think it's a good call basically for Melisandre, knowing you can choke just below that, so you don't have to see her at the board right now. And here's a Dragonstone Faithful, the in-house reducing character for Baratheon. And he has 3 gold left. He's going to kneel that character. Or not.
3 guys? Yeah. Don't reveal your shit.
Don't want to use that welfare yet?
Looks like 3 economy. Another fiery followers.
I thought about it too.
Pass with 1.
And it looks like Baratheon's going to sit on a gold and pass over to the Greyjoy Marshal.
Oh well. It is what it is.
And ThroneRunner counting 6 gold. And putting another dupe on Balon.
I'm like, it's the play.
And there's Asha, who will definitely help out with the agenda, Lords of the Crossing, if you can get some unopposed going and stand her. Get some double use out of a character is always great with that agenda.
Wonderful duplicate.
It looks like right now the power is 7 for Baratheon against 3 for Greyjoy. Baratheon able to put on the control here, even though we had a Euron and Balon very early. Robert has been able to lock him down. Not let them get rolling.
5, 6, 7, 8, 13.
Looks like a power challenge of 13. Now, if ThroneRunner doesn't kneel out enough here, he's going to have to take a kneel on the chin from Intimidate. So you have to do that math. Count it out, how much you're going to add by kneeling your characters, how much he'll win by, so what can Intimidate kneel, and you have to decide. You either go unopposed and only let him kneel 1 character, because no matter how much he wins by on Intimidate, whether it's by 1 or 100, he's only able to kneel 1 character for the challenge. So you either, looks like he's going to kneel Euron and the Black Wind's crew. He's going to add a strength.
How much? 10.
And block with 10, which adds another 2,
Reaction to winning.
so he's 15.
Insight.
So the way Norm's saying it there, I have a reaction to winning, and then he draws insight, which isn't a reaction, it's a keyword, just so you guys know. That is done in the wrong order, as we saw last round.
Very nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I had to do a power for 5. I had to swing for 5.
5, 6.
I thought about it. I'm like,
7, 8.
if he goes for
9, 10,
same thing's gonna happen.
15.
But then I thought about power, and I'm like, if I had played either one of those two,
Hold on, what am I doing?
cheaper,
1,
he
2,
would've had a power icon.
3, 4, 5, 6,
and I'm like,
7,
there's
So we just have power being counted here by Norm to find out. I believe he did win by 5.
Yeah, you've got 10. Okay, so I can't
And I
intimidate.
swear to God, I have attachments. Oh wow, okay. I swear to God, I have attachments. Like, I do. Trust me.
And he's
I play like 12.
unable to intimidate Asha?
Oh, there you go.
They're all at the bottom.
Intrigue?
And my last card in my hand.
I'm not sure that was done right there.
Oh, little finger. Yeah, that
He was gonna come out with noble cause, but then I drew top deck Euron. I'm like, I can't not.
And he grabs a Risen from the Sea with Intrigue claim from Solis.
I was trying to avoid it.
And we have Military 2.
So,
So on that challenge, Robert, for the power challenge, he would have been 5 on his own.
When I was looking at my board,
And I believe he would have got 2 more from the characters kneeling on his side, which would have been 7. Plus another 4 characters kneeling across the board. Would have put him to 11. Moonboy was in the challenge, which would have got him up to 13. Then plus 2 from the Red Keep, which would have been 15. I'm not sure what I'm missing here. But ThroneRunner only defended with 10, which was Euron and the Black Wind's crew. and he used the Iron Fleet Scout to give +1 to somebody. And I remember him saying 10. So when he won by 5, would he not been able to kneel Asha?
But I'm like, he had a long shot, right? So still gonna go close. So still gonna hit me.
So that's it.
Did you let it go through on a post?
Yeah, military is unopposed. Yeah.
So looks like they're just collecting some unopposed power there.
I will pass.
That was from the unopposed military.
Something like that. Look, everyone's new. Awesome. That's a familiar set.
All two familiar. You have 1 gold and like 17 cards.
2, 4, 6.
Just having some cards counted there. 6 left in Norm's hand. 1 gold. Looks like we're over to challenges on the Greyjoy side. It's got Asha still standing. And we do have Fealty still standing.
You're still dealing with. Oh no, you don't.
So there is a chance for the Ours is the Fury.
So military.
Yep. I have an action. Yep. Action. Kneel house card.
So we got a military with Asha.
I have an action. Pay 1 gold. Plus this.
Stealth on Rob.
Fury on Robert.
Here we go. Kneel the faction card.
Plus fealty.
Spending 1. And it is an Ours is the Fury. So it looks like Bob will sneak past the stealth, participate in the challenge. He's going to be a 5 plus another 6 on the Greyjoy side. Nope, 5 on their side, plus another 4 on his own side. So he's plus 9 strength, if I'm right there. Yeah, and they're just reading the card to clarify. It does bypass stealth. So even though he had stealth Bob, he can participate in the challenge.
Cannot be declared defender.
I believe stealth just stops him being declared as a defender, but this just makes him participate. So just when we thought we might have seen Bob get a chance to sit on the Seastone chair, he will not. If they play this properly, we will have Bob stand from winning the challenge, and Asha will stay knelt. And Bob will get a renown. And it looks like Norm is sitting at 8 on his house card, plus another 3, so he's at 11. And he does win. And stand. And we got dominance taken there, and he's now drawing his red keep.
Ready? Yeah. Calling.
So it looks like Norm is 2 power away from winning. If I'm counting that right. Okay, now I sorted out. Yeah, 9 on the house card, plus another 4. And then Greyjoy, ThroneRunner there, is still sitting at 3 power. So he plays Clash of Kings, the 4/9/1. You get a power from your opponent's house card every time you win a power challenge, and that includes on defense. Into a Calling the Banners, which gains Baratheon 5 gold. So it looks like a Selyse Baratheon was put in the discard there for reserve. Trying to get down to his reserve there. It did a little late after seeing plots. Alright, so we got a Littlefinger marshaled on the Greyjoy side. Looks like ThroneRunner's going first. So he's going to draw 2 cards. And we got a Sea Tower.
Neil. Consolidation of power on Asha.
So we got a consolidation power played on Asha, which should kneel her and give her a power. Unless it is cancelled. Greyjoy does have a 1 gold. But it looks like it's not happening.
Rose Road.
Alright, so we got a Rose Road marshaled there. On the Baratheon side, playing as limited for the phase, or for the round actually.
Neil. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So we have no stealth standing on Greyjoy's side, so you're not gonna be able to get around Bob, which is trouble.
Stannis. 2 gold.
And Stannis has hit the board. Looks like Norm spent 2 more here.
Then pass. Your challenges.
He's got probably a Chamber of the Painted Table or an Iron Throne. Yep, he has an Iron Throne. Puts that into play. He's deciding there between 2 cards. Could have been Ambassador in hiding, maybe.
John, if the light is flashing red, is that a bad thing? Right there. On the camera. No, that one's fine. That's good?
So with normally needing 2 power, he's now secured himself getting that dominance power pretty much. He's going to lock the Greyjoy player down if he kneels too many characters using Stannis now.
People are watching.
So that changes how you're going to play. So it looks like Euron and Littlefinger have been knelt here.
Power 10.
Power of 10.
And it looks like a power of 10. Euron plus Littlefinger. Now, if I were Norm, I would just not really care. But he does have Clash of Kings out there, so it could steal an extra power off your house card. You don't really care about Red Keep at this point if you're trying to go for the win this turn, but you could just defend with Bob and just take the Renown. Get yourself 1 power closer.
That's Fernando.
And then sneak through a power challenge or something unopposed on your turn. So,
10.
or even just hold out till dominance.
Sorry, yeah.
Really, ThroneRunner is stuck between a rock and a hard place here, in my opinion.
6, 7, 8, 9.
So they just remembered the Lord of the Crossing agenda. So it's actually only 8 on the power challenge.
11.
And it looks like we got a defense with 11 from Stannis, Selyse, and Moonboy. Which does get around the Iron Fleet Scout buff of 2. I could put that to a 10 strength challenge. I'm not sure what it on power first. I mean, he did kneel out quite a bit, but maybe if I was going to do the 3 challenges, that plot goes better on the 3rd challenge. I have Lord of the Crossing, I would assume, to make sure you win it to get that +2 strength to all characters. But it seems like ThroneRunner maybe forgot it was his agenda when he did name 10 strength and it was really -1. So we got an insight draw here from Moonboy, participating in the challenge and winning. So with a military swung in here, with Balon and the Black Wind's crew, it would be 8 and possible +2 from Ironfleet Scout, which I believe Bob could defend handedly and get a renown. And if it's an intrigue, which it looks like it's going to be with the Lord's Port Shipwright of 1 strength. It looks like Norm's debating defending with the Fiery Followers here to stuff it. Not sure what he has in hand, but he does have plenty O cards. And it looks like he will block with 2. He could bait the Ironfleet Scout being used here. And the only character he's staring down over there is Bob, who will win the game on a power challenge if he is allowed to attack and win. And yeah, he does use Ironfleet Scout there, which I don't know if that was the right call. I mean, I would have just played offense or defensively there and tried to stop Bob from winning. But I'm not sure he can do that now, having only 8 strength standing for power. And Robert right now is 5, plus another 5 on his side, plus 3 on 4. 5 now. So he is going to block with Robert Baratheon, who is 15 strength, and takes a renown. And it goes to Dom, which is the final power. ThroneRunner realizes it, and that is game. Good job by both players. Congrats to Norm on the win. And stay tuned, guys. We do have more videos coming up in this series. We went to 4 rounds of Swiss and a cut to top 4. So we have another 4 games for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Hit the like, comment, and support the channel. Much appreciated. Thank you for all the support, guys. Thank you for watching. And we will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much.